A great blessing has been placed under your name. And I want you to listen right now so you do not lose the breakthrough I have prepared for your life. My beloved child, pause in this moment, not with panic, but with the reverence of a heart that recognizes there are times that should not be taken lightly. Not everything that comes to you is accidental. And not every reminder that passes before your eyes is merely a meaningless sound in a noisy world. There are moments I place before you like a door slightly opened, where obedience, faith, and awareness will determine how you step into a new season. I do not call you near to make you anxious that something good will be snatched from your hands. I call you so that you may understand that blessing needs a heart ready to receive, a life that knows how to listen, and a step no longer bound by hesitation. Heaven has moved for you in ways you have not yet fully seen. What you thought had been delayed, what you believed had been resting in silence. The prayers you once sent upward through tears, none of it vanished into emptiness. I heard, I remembered, I prepared. Some things are sealed for a long time, not because I have forgotten you, but because I am preserving them for the right season, the right hour, and the right condition of your heart. A blessing given too early can become a burden if the heart is not yet steady enough. But a blessing given at the right time becomes a door that lifts you up, heals years of lack, opens the way to freedom, and restores within you the belief that I have never left you. Many times you have wondered why you had to keep waiting. You watched others enter their harvest season while you still stood before closed doors. You once thought perhaps your name had not been called. Perhaps miracles were only for others. Perhaps what you longed for had moved beyond your reach. But today I speak to you with gentleness and authority. Your name has not been overlooked. What I placed upon your life has not been cancelled simply because the time has been longer than you expected. What belongs to you in my plan cannot be taken away by the voice of doubt, by the judgments of people, or by the seasons when you felt too small, too weary, and too unworthy. I called you my child before you learned to call yourself by lesser names. Understand this correctly. My beloved child, the blessing I give is not measured only by money, though I can provide for you in very specific and unexpected ways. When I open the storehouse of grace over you, I do not only touch your account, your work, or your material needs. I touch the path you walk, the relationships you carry, the rooms in your heart that have been locked for too long, the invisible burdens that kept you from breathing freely, and the chains of fear, lack, insecurity, and delay. What is being prepared for you is the shifting of a life season, the opening of a door, freedom from an old cycle, and healing for the places you once called beyond restoration. And if financial increase comes with it, then it must become a means for you to live more rightly, more generously, and more peacefully, not something that binds your heart to a number. I know you have heard many outside voices. There are voices telling you to give up. There are voices reminding you of old failures. There are voices making you think it is too late for you to receive something good. But my voice is not like those voices. My voice does not shame you. My voice does not crush your dignity. My voice calls you out of paralysis and places you again in the posture of one who is loved, guided, and prepared. When I say that something great has been placed under your name, I want you to understand that I have seen what others did not see, your perseverance in silence. The times you continued, even when your heart was exhausted. The nights when you did not know what tomorrow would bring, but still tried to hold on to a ray of hope. Your trembling yet sincere prayers, and even the goodness you kept in your heart after being hurt so many times. Yet, you must also understand that blessing does not only require expectation, it also invites response. That response is not outward noise, not a display for others to see, but obedience in the hidden place. Perhaps I am telling you to forgive so your heart will no longer remain locked. Perhaps I am telling you to stop a habit that has quietly drained your strength. Perhaps I am telling you to step away from a connection that no longer carries peace. Perhaps I am telling you to manage the small thing you currently have with wisdom before I entrust you with something greater. Perhaps I am telling you to stop delaying, stop lowering yourself, and stop speaking words of poverty over your own future. The code to the door is not lofty knowledge, but a heart that knows how to listen and follow the light that has been given. Do not let hesitation become a wall between you and what I have prepared. Many times, you came very close to a transition, but fear pulled you back. You feared being disappointed again. So you stopped expecting. You feared others would not believe. So you hid your hope. You feared you were unworthy. So you placed yourself outside the blessing before the door had even opened. But I did not choose you because you had never been weak. I chose you because my love is greater than all your weakness. I did not call you because you are perfect. I called you because I know what I placed within you is still alive, even though it has been covered by the dust of years, weighed down by disappointment, and tested by long seasons of silence. Today, I want you to stand upright again within your heart. Stop bowing your head before words that once made you feel small. Stop agreeing with lack as though it were your final destiny. Stop treating delay as proof that I did not hear. You have been in the season of preparation long enough to learn humility. But you must not turn humility into self-contempt. You have known enough pain to have compassion, but you must not turn pain into a permanent dwelling place. You have learned to wait. Now, learn to receive. Open your hands, not with greed, but with pure faith. Speak to me sincerely and say that you are ready to receive what I give, in the way I choose, at the time I appoint, with a grateful heart and an upright walk. I will not allow what I give to become a trap for you. Therefore, if there is anything within you that must be reordered before the blessing becomes clearly visible, I will do it with love. I will teach you to distinguish between true opportunity and disguised temptation. I will teach you how to keep tender things hidden until they are strong enough. I will teach you not to boast before the harvest, not to doubt during the sowing season, and not to lose gratitude when you receive what you once prayed for. What I open will not pull you away from me. It will draw you nearer to me, make you kinder, wiser, and more able to lift others who are in circumstances you once passed through. My beloved child, what threatens you now is not that someone else can take what I have appointed for you, but that you may close your own heart through doubt, delay, and lack of obedience. Therefore, stay awake, listen, walk in trust. Do what I have placed in your heart today, no matter how small it may seem, an apology, a firm decision, a debt being reordered, a sincere prayer, a step forward in your work, a release, a new beginning. All of these may be the key that opens what you have been waiting for. Do not underestimate small steps, because I often use small steps to lead you to great doors. I saw you when no one else saw. I called you when you thought you had been forgotten. I prepared for you when you thought everything had gone silent. And now, I am inviting you to step into the posture of one who believes. Let your heart stop shrinking back out of fear of loss. Let your faith rise like dawn after a long night. Let obedience become the key in your hand. What I have placed under your name will come at the right time, through the right path, and in the right way. As long as you do not turn away from the light that is guiding you, remain in me, my beloved child, and you will see what was once hidden begin to be revealed, what was delayed begin to move, and what I promised enter your life with an unmistakable mark of peace. This is the moment that separates seasons in your life. The boundary between what has passed and what I am about to open before you. You have cried enough in the hidden place. You have prayed long enough through nights that seemed to have no answer. You have waited through days when your heart was nearly out of strength, still trying to believe though your eyes had not seen, still trying to stand though your feet were weary. And now I, the one who rules every appointed time, have acted, but my action does not always come with a loud sound. Some miracles begin in stillness. Some doors open first in the hidden realm. Some decisions from heaven are signed over your life before you see any sign appear in reality. Not everyone can carry the weight of this word, but you can, because I prepared you through every season of pain, every time of waiting, every tear, every rejection, and every silence you thought meant you had been forgotten. I do not send this word to you as a lonely echo among the crowd. I send it to you because your name has been placed in the deliverance I am carrying out. Your name has been written on the assignment I have entrusted. Your name has been placed upon the portion of blessing I prepared before you were strong enough to fully understand your path. You did not encounter this moment by accident. You were not randomly drawn to this reminder. There are things I arrange very quietly so that you stand in the right place, at the right time, hearing the right thing you need to hear before the distractions of the world pull you in another direction. Let your heart stay awake, because there are blessings received only by those who know how to listen when I speak in silence, who know how to pause when I touch them, and who know how to distinguish my call from the noise of fear. My beloved child, do not take your awareness lightly in this hour. The adversary desires nothing more than to make you distracted right at the threshold of what I have placed under your name. It knows it cannot take from my hand what I have appointed, but it can try to deceive you into letting go through doubt, delay, weariness, and lies disguised as reasoning. It will tell you that it is not yet time. It will say you need more proof. It will remind you of old disappointments so you become afraid to believe again. It will use the noise of others, confusion in your mind, petty worries, and fears about the future to pull your eyes away from the promise set before you. But I give you this word so you may recognize that scheme, so you do not trade the sacred for a moment of distraction. So you do not leave your position just as the way has begun to open. I am telling you that this is your time, not so that you become proud, but so that you become awake. Do not say later when I am calling you now. Do not say, I will think about it more, if what I am asking for is obedience. Do not say, I will believe when I see more clearly, when faith itself is the open hand that receives what your eyes have not yet seen. There are doors that open only to those who dare to step while they do not yet see the whole road. There are portions of blessing that can only be preserved by a heart that knows how to surrender before touching the result. The blessing has been prepared under your name, but the way you respond in this moment will determine whether you step into it with maturity, humility, and readiness. I will not force you to obey. I do not use fear to pull you after me. I do not chase after your noise to compete for attention with the things distracting you. I am a kind Father, but I am also the Holy One. When I speak, my word carries weight. When I act, heaven and earth must make room for my purpose. I have opened the way. I have placed the sign. I have awakened recognition within you. The rest is your response. You can remain in trust, or you can turn away because of familiar fear. You can step into what I am opening, or you can continue allowing hesitation to keep you outside. I do not want you to lose something precious simply because you have grown used to living in indecision. The treasury of heaven does not make mistakes. My child, my provision is not sent to the wrong address. My grace does not lose its way. What I placed under your name does not come because you are perfect, nor because you have earned it by your own strength. If everything depended on merit, you would live forever in fear that you were not good enough. But grace does not work that way. I give because I love. I open the way because I am faithful. I lift you up because I have seen your endurance in seasons when no one applauded. I give to you not so you can exalt yourself, but so you may know that my hand can still do what exceeds all your limitations. Yet even though grace is freely given, guarding what I entrust requires a heart that has been refined. You will have to lay down pride, because this portion of blessing cannot be carried by a heart that wants to control everything by itself. You will have to lay down fear, because fear will always try to make you retreat the moment I tell you to step forward. You will have to lay down comfort, because what I have prepared for you is not only so you can feel at ease, but so you can be enlarged, matured, and become a place through which blessing can flow to others. Your surrender is not loss. It is the door. When you surrender, you do not become weak. You become ready for me to place in your hands what your own strength could never carry. When you release control, you do not lose direction. You begin to be guided by the one who knows the whole road. What you receive back will go far beyond what you once imagined with your limited mind. I do not only want to place an outward sign in your hands. I want to place within you peace that surpasses every explanation. Peace that is not shaken by news, numbers, the words of others, or changing circumstances. I want to place favor upon you like a mantle, so that where you go, the doors that need to open will open. The right connections will come, and useless delays will be removed. I want to place protection around your name, your home, your work, your family, and the generations after you. For when I bless, I do not look only at the day before you. I look at the long flow of what will be touched by your obedience today. I do not bless halfway. I do not restore by temporarily patching cracks while leaving you to continue trembling in the same fear. When I act, I go to the root. I realign what has gone off course. I rebuild what has collapsed. I wash clean what has been clouded. I close the doors that lead to depletion and open the paths that lead to life. What I do may shake the things you once leaned upon, but that shaking is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to separate you from an unstable foundation, so you can stand upon what cannot be moved. Some people will not understand why you are changing. Some voices will doubt your redirection, but do not be afraid. When I place my hand upon your life, true confirmation does not come from the agreement of the crowd, but from the deep peace I place within you. So stand firm in this season-separating moment. My beloved child, do not return to old ways of thinking. Do not let delay steal your readiness. Do not let fear make you release what I have called you to hold by faith. Say yes to me with your life, with surrender, with awareness, and with the decision to no longer follow the noise, but to follow my clear guidance. What I have begun will not be small. What I open will not be ordinary. And when this new season is fully revealed, you will look back and understand that the moment you stopped, listened, trusted, and responded was the moment everything began to change direction. I am with you. I have acted, and what I placed under your name will be led into your hands when your heart is ready to carry it with humility, faithfulness, and peace. I have seen how long you have waited, and I know how weariness quietly settled over your heart in the days when it seemed your prayers only echoed into silence. My beloved child, not one season of your waiting has been taken lightly by me. Not one sleepless night has gone unknown to me. Not one time when you tried to keep a steady smile while inwardly nearly empty has escaped my sight. You wanted me to intervene, pleaded for me to enter your circumstances in a way that was clear, quick, and easy to recognize. And I did intervene, but not always in the form you expected. There were times when I did not break open the door in front of you because I was opening a deeper path behind it. There were times when I did not change the circumstance immediately because I was changing you so you would be steady enough to enter something greater. There were times when I did not bring the blessing by the road you had imagined because I did not want you to receive only a small thing when I had prepared a wider height for you. I have placed a new portion under your name, a new standing, a new season of favor, and support beyond the limits you have grown used to living within. But my child, what has been prepared must still be received by faith. I can set the table before you, but you must rise from the place of despair and come to it. I can open the door, but you must stop staring at the old wall long enough to recognize that an entrance has appeared. I can call your name into a new season, but you must stop naming yourself by the failures of the old one. This is not the time to shrink back into fear, not the time to gather excuses, not the time to say you are not ready simply because you are still trembling. Faith does not wait until every emotion is steady before it walks. Faith walks because it knows I am holding your hand. Even when you cannot yet see the whole road ahead, the blessing has already been placed within your reach. The question is not whether I still remember you, because I have never forgotten you. The question is not whether I am able, because my power has not diminished. The question is, will you rise to receive what I am giving? Will you dare to leave behind the old garment of disappointment? Will you dare to step out of the habit of seeing yourself as someone left behind? Will you dare to believe that after so many months and days of silence, I am still writing an answer more beautiful than what you once asked for, my child? Waiting is not proof that you were rejected. Sometimes waiting is the room where I strengthen your hands enough to hold the blessing without dropping it because of lack of preparation. When I say I have shaken the places that seem to lock your destiny, I am not speaking of outward display before people. I am speaking of shifts you have not yet seen. Dark gates that have lost the right to hinder. Plans against you that have been thrown into confusion. And places that once seemed beyond your reach, now being turned around by my hand. There are things in the hidden realm that changed direction before good news reached your ears. There are delays that were removed before you received confirmation. There are people, opportunities, doors, and sources of help being rearranged, not because you manipulated the circumstances, but because I stood up for you. And when I stand, no darkness can remain in its former place. But this will not mean much to those who measure worth only by position, title, applause, or outward recognition. I did not choose you because you appear perfect before everyone. I did not choose you because you are always strong, always have the answer, or always walk without stumbling. I chose you because I looked into your deepest place and saw a heart still turning toward me through many fractures. I saw the tears you quickly wiped away before others noticed. I saw the prayers you did not dare to speak aloud because you feared being disappointed again. I saw what you gave when you yourself were lacking. I saw the times you lifted others while your own heart needed to be held. I saw the quiet goodness no one recognized, and I recognized it all. Your quiet faith is not small before me. The prayers with no audience, the acts of kindness that were not returned, the times you chose faith instead of bitterness, the times you still sowed good even when your hands were trembling, all of these became seeds in my hands. You thought they fell to the ground and disappeared, but I kept them. You thought no one knew, but heaven witnessed. You thought those small acts were not enough to change anything, but I used them to prepare an open sky over your life. Do not despise faithfulness in secret. Often, the things you do when no one sees are where I lay the foundation for a reward no one can deny when it comes. There will be people who are confused when they see you step into a new season. There will be people who do not understand why the door opened for you. There will be people who remember your weekdays and cannot believe you are being lifted. Perhaps even your friends will not fully understand what I am doing. Not because they mean harm, but because they were not present in the nights you prayed, not present in the moments you fought against doubt, not present in the times you chose to keep believing when nothing was moving. This is not for them to analyze. This is for the one who believed me in stillness. This is for the one who knelt when no one knew. This is for the one who gave even while needing a miracle themselves. This is for you, because I have seen your journey from beginning to end, and I know you have endured more than you ever told. Now, I am placing the reward before you quietly, supernaturally, and completely. Not every blessing arrives with trumpets sounding. Some rewards come silently, but when they appear, they change the direction of an entire life. Some doors open without noise. Yet behind them is the deliverance you have prayed for over many years. Some answers do not come in the way you predicted, but they meet the deepest needs that only I know. Prepare your heart to receive without losing humility. Prepare your hands to hold without forgetting the one who gave. Prepare your steps to enter the new season without looking back at the place that once held you captive in fear. So rise, my beloved child. Do not wait until everyone understands before you step. Do not wait until every fear disappears before you obey. Do not wait until you feel worthy before receiving what I have given by grace. I do not call you because you have perfected yourself. I call you because I have seen what I placed within you. And now it is time for that to be awakened. Walk by faith, not by sight. Receive the blessing with a grateful heart. Let the old waiting become a new testimony. And when you step into what I have prepared, remember that I did not come late. I came at the right time, carrying the answers stored for you from the days when you thought you had been forgotten. This is about you coming into alignment with what I wrote over your life before you fully understood your own worth. My beloved child, I am not only bringing you resources so that you may have more, I am giving you purpose, placing a sacred responsibility in your hands, and calling you forward into what has been prepared for you at the appointed time. This is not an ordinary invitation, nor is it an opportunity you can take lightly and delay again and again. Time is moving. The door is opening, and I am calling you to walk with me now. Before hesitation turns what was given into what was missed, many people have prayed their whole lives for a blessing they never allowed their hearts to be prepared to receive. They wanted the door to open, but they refused to leave the old place. They asked for breakthrough, but still held tightly to habits that kept them stagnant. I do not want that to happen to you. Therefore, my word comes to you with urgency, not to frighten you, but to awaken the courage that has long been placed within you. You have stood at the edge of something great for too long. You have stood before many doors that seemed closed, heard wait more often than go, and learned patience in seasons no one saw. But this time, listen carefully. I am telling you to move forward, not because you feel perfect, not because you understand every detail before you, not because you no longer tremble, but because in my eyes, you have been declared ready. Do not continue doubting yourself in a way that makes smaller what I have placed within you. You have been equipped through every trial, trained through every season of waiting, and strengthened through the days when it seemed nothing was changing. What you called delay, I used as a school of maturity. What you called loss, I used to separate you from what could not go with you into the new season. The blessing I place before you is not a matter of chance. I do not sow into soil where there is no harvest. I have seen the seeds you planted in secret. I have seen your obedience when there was no applause, your faithfulness when no one mentioned it, and the times you sacrificed even when you had every reason to turn away. I saw you continue doing what was right when it was not easy. I saw you keep your heart soft though you had been wounded. And for this reason, what is coming does not arrive as a gift of pity, but as the righteousness of heaven responding to what was sown with tears, with faith, and with endurance. So rise, my child. Walk not with arrogance, but with trust. Receive what I am placing in your hands with humility and awareness. Your name has been written on this blessing, not so you may boast, but so you may testify that I am faithful, that not one hidden seed is forgotten, and that no season of preparation is meaningless when it rests in my hands,